It is 7:30 on the dot this morning on Tom's Turkey Tuesday. We're taking a live look at the county fairgrounds where people have been lining up all morning. Today, we're checking in with Laura Papetti, who's there live all day today, including the latest updates on how you can get your meal.
And the need for warming shelters only goes up as the temperature drops.
We've learned that we're not only helping homeless people, we're helping the community as well.
We talk with the most recent warming shelter opening its doors this winter.
Spokane County has reached another record high for new COVID cases in a single day. This morning, I'm breaking down what the new record means for our area by the numbers.
And we are dry today, but a storm moving out of Alaska brings our next chance of rain and plenty of snow.
Up with KREM begins now.
Well, thank you so much for joining us here on your Tuesday. Earlier this month, we asked you who you thought the next host of Jeopardy will be. We still don't know who will replace Alex Trebek long term, but we do know what the next few weeks will look like. A series of interim guests from the Jeopardy family will host over the next few episodes. And of course, Ken Jennings will kick it off. Not surprised there. He's considered one of the best Jeopardy contestants of all time, who went on to win a 74-game streak victory worth $2.5 million. Jeopardy tweeted yesterday that Trebek always said he wanted the show to go on after him. They'll continue to production in just 6 days.
I've always wondered, how do you move on from Alex Trebek?
Yeah.
And I think having someone like Ken Jennings take the reins for a short period of time is a great way to do so.
Especially because a few weeks ago, Dana Maria, you introduced us to the list of the betting odds favorites. There were so many names that we all like to hear. I think it should be thoroughly vetted to make sure we pick the right replacement. We know we can never truly replace Alex Trebek.
Oh, yeah.
But what do you think, Dana Marie?
I love that they're having a couple of interim guests come on the show, feel out the vibes, see what it's like. Like you said, Joshua, it's a big position to fill, and especially people who are diehard Jeopardy fans, they're going to want those producers to take it really slow to pick the right person.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. But let's go ahead, and I think it's time for a little bit of weather. Yep. So let's do this weather thing quick. Early on this morning, we do have that storm rolling its way out of Alaska. That storm is going to play a big role in our weather, and right now you're not seeing too much go on here. A little bit of high elevation snow way up there at Silver Mountain, but that's really about it. And good news for skiers and riders as we scoot through the next couple of days. It's all about the mountain snow. Right now, temperatures are just a little too warm to get that down low, and we're a little too dry. In fact, we don't have anything popping up on the radar just yet. Might even catch a couple of breaks in the clouds as we scoot through the middle part of the day. But there is that storm, the one we've been talking about, the one we've been watching, and that is going to be the one to watch, not today, but overnight tonight. In the interim, we get up into the 40s quite quick. By the time I'm talking to you at noon, we will be there, and that's about where we stay right on into this evening. It starts as rain overnight, and there's a chance we could see some snow on the backside of this system. And Dana Marie, I'll give you those details coming up in the full forecast.
Well, here are 3 things you need to know about COVID-19 today. Now, many people are upset about the COVID-19 restrictions around the country, so we're going to look at Huntington Beach. Now, many people are saying there that people gather to speak out against the state's coronavirus curfew. As part of the rules, non-essential work and gatherings must stop from 10 p.m. to 5 a.m. So all of the protesters were breaking statewide guidelines. Orange County sheriffs, along with other Southern California law enforcement officials, have said they would not be enforcing the curfew, but if an unlawful assembly is declared for another reason, the group will have to disperse. The daily curfew is expected to last for at least 1 month. And the White House is still planning to hold a number of indoor parties during the holiday season, including one for Thanksgiving. However, the Surgeon General says the CDC's recommendations against multi-household parties and holiday gatherings this year also applies to the White House. The White House says there will be safety precautions like a smaller guest list, requiring masks, and giving guests individually plated food. And our last one, according to Bloomberg News, over 1 million people traveled through domestic airports in the U.S. on Friday. Though traveling is down from previous years, Friday saw the second highest daily total since the coronavirus pandemic hit last spring. Just take a look at this crowd from airports over there in Phoenix. Millions are still sticking to their Thanksgiving travel plans, despite the CDC urging them to stay at home. Joshua?
Well, health officials across the country have continued to offer warnings about a new COVID spike this holiday season, especially as we head into Thanksgiving this week. We're only 9 days separated from Governor Jay Inslee's latest statewide restrictions that are aimed, of course, at stopping the spread of COVID-19. So this morning, I wanted to take a closer look at the latest trends. We're going to look at the data that we've looked at almost every week this year, basically coming from the Spokane Regional Health District, and we can see for the third week in a row, basically I'm standing right here in the same spot telling you again, Spokane County has hit a new single-day record number of reported cases. It's this day. 513 new cases reported just yesterday. That's our new one-day record, and it's also the first time the county has ever passed 500 in one day. We are also on a 19-day streak of single-day totals over 100. Before November, our longest streak of plus 100 days was 6 in a row, so we've already tripled that number. In fact, as you can see, I highlighted November in orange has more total reported cases than October and September combined here in the light blue. And at this point, we're just looking for any sign of optimism today. So what we're going to do is we're going to add in the moving average over the top of the case numbers, and we can see there is a slight bump at the end there, which could be the beginning of things leveling out. That bump basically means that the average is dropping. So even though we're at 513 as a new high, the lower numbers here are also dropping a little bit, so that average could continue to improve, and this is something we'll keep our eyes on as the holiday season continues. Jeremy?
Well, we are looking at a storm rolling out of Alaska. I've teased it a few times talking about what it means for our weather. It's going to be rain turning to snow overnight. We'll talk about that coming up in your full forecast. And Laura Papetti is with us early on this morning. Laura, tell us about this special day.
Oh, there is so much energy and excitement down here at the Spokane County Fairgrounds as they are serving thousands of people with Tom's Turkey Drive meals. All those meals that you donated, well, they're going home now with folks for Thanksgiving. We'll tell you what you need to know if you'd like to come get a meal coming up.